She was born into Hollywood royalty, the daughter of a cinematic legend, yet Jane Fonda defied every expectation that came with her name. Instead of basking in inherited fame, she traded glamour for controversy, becoming one of the most polarizing figures of her time. Her evolution from screen goddess to outspoken activist was unlike anything the entertainment world had ever seen. And then came one photograph, a single, explosive image that ignited nationwide outrage and forever altered her legacy. Practically overnight, one of America's most admired actresses was condemned as a traitor. But behind that image lay a far more complex truth, a story of emotional scars, conviction, and a country tearing itself apart. Born in 1937, Jane's early life was marked by deep emotional wounds. Her father, Henry Fonda, was one of Hollywood's most revered actors, but his cold, distant nature left her yearning for affection. That longing only deepened when tragedy struck. Her mother took her own life when Jane was just 12 years old. Those early losses carved an emptiness she would spend a lifetime trying to fill, seeking meaning through performance and validation through relationships with powerful, often domineering men. Her acting career began with lighthearted roles, but the intensity simmering beneath the surface, a gift and a curse inherited from her father, hinted that Jane Fonda's path would soon veer far beyond Hollywood's golden facade. By the late 1960s, the world was on fire, and so was Jane. Married to French filmmaker Roger Vadim, she'd already found success in Europe with films like Barbarella, but fame felt hollow. As the Vietnam War escalated, she found herself drawn to activism, speaking out fiercely against U.S. involvement overseas and aligning with the Black Panther Party. This wasn't a case of a celebrity dabbling in politics. Jane threw herself into the movement completely. She gave passionate speeches, joined demonstrations, and poured her fame and fortune into causes that risked her entire career. Her defiance caught the attention of the FBI under J. Edgar Hoover, who opened an active file on her. For Jane, it was no longer about movie roles or public image. It was about conviction, even if it meant alienating the audience that once adored her. Then came the moment that changed everything. In July 1972, Jane Fonda traveled to North Vietnam, determined to publicly denounce the war. But during her visit, a photograph was taken, one that would haunt her for decades. It showed her sitting on an anti-aircraft gun used by North Vietnamese forces, smiling. The image was quickly spread around the world, earning her the infamous nickname Hanoi Jane. To millions of Americans, especially veterans and their families, this was not political protest. It was betrayal. Overnight, she became a symbol of treason. The fury was relentless. Protesters burned her in effigy, studios turned their backs, and she faced constant death threats. Years later, she called the photo a thoughtless and careless mistake, but the damage had already been done. Her once thriving film career collapsed. Hollywood distanced itself completely. So Jane reinvented herself, not as an actress, but as a survivor. In the 1980s, she became the face of a new era with her groundbreaking fitness videos, which transformed her image and turned her into a global icon once again. This wasn't just reinvention, it was resilience, a refusal to let public outrage define her forever. In the years that followed, Jane returned to activism, this time with a focus on climate change and social justice. Decades later, the controversy surrounding Hanoi Jane still lingers, but her story remains one of remarkable transformation. Jane Fonda is a testament to conviction, a woman who faced exile, outrage, and redemption, and still refused to be silenced. Her journey reflects not only the turbulence of a divided nation, but also the enduring power of a woman determined to live, fight, and evolve entirely on her own terms.